lost interest in physics. Abul Pakir Jainul Abedin Abdul Kalam, better known as APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the 11th President of India, was born on 15 October 1931 in a poor Tamil Muslim family in Rameshwaram. From teenage, he had to fight with poverty for his family and his own education. His career life started by selling newspaper. He was admitted in Tiruchirappalli St. Joseph College and also was graduated from there. He was very heedful in studies from childhood, but after graduation he lost interest in physics and he deeply regretted for it for the next 4 years. After this, listening to his inner voice, he decided to do engineering course. In 1955, his name appeared in the merit list of Madras Institute of Technology, but the fees for admission was 1000 rupees. Then he had not that much money, but his mother and sister arranged that money by selling their gold jewellery, and APJ Abdul Kalam was admitted in engineering. His interest in studies increased after seeing the faith of his family members in his studies. After noticing his deep interest in some projects in college, a professor gave him responsibility for a senior class project. But after noticing no progress in that work, his professor told him, "Complete it within 3 days or your scholarship will be taken back." At last, Kalam successfully finished that project and also made his professor happy. After this, a new chapter started in his life. He got chances to work in Air Force and as a Directorate of Technical Development Production in Defense. He decided to try for both. He got interview calls from Dehradun for Air Force and from Delhi for Defense. After staying in Delhi for 1 week, he gave interview for Defense and then he came to Dehradun for Air Force interview. There he stood 9th out of 25 people, but first 8 candidates were selected. And so he lost his opportunity to become a fighter pilot. He became so depressed as he was unable to make his dream come true. After this, he went to Rishikesh and there he met with Swami Sivananda and expressed to him about his dreams, wishes, depression and grief. After listening everything, Swamiji told him, "Desire, when it stems from the heart and spirit, when it is pure and intense, possesses awesome electromagnetic energy. This energy is released into the ether each night as the mind falls into the sleep state. Each morning it returns to the conscious state, reinforced with the cosmic currents. That which has been imaged will surely and certainly be manifested." After this, he went to Delhi and started to work as a senior scientist in Indian Defence Ministry. Then he was transferred to Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO) in 1969 and started to work as the head of the project of making a satellite named SLV-3. But in 1979, when the SLV-3 was sent to space, it crashed just after 370 seconds. And for that, Abdul Kalam had to face a critical time. He was very depressed then and became very weak mentally. After this, in a press conference, when Abdul Kalam was asked about the failure of the satellite mission, Professor Satish Dhawan took the microphone from him and answered all the questions from the media. He said, "These are very complicated missions. We will have to find the fault on our own and we will have to correct it and we'll keep an eye on this so that this incident does not repeat in future." He also said, "I have full confidence that we will be able to send another satellite in 1 year." In later years, when Kalam was preparing to construct a new satellite, a lot of people were making him remember about the failure of the SLV-3, but he kept faith in himself and focused only on his own work. On 18 July 1980, Rohini satellite was launched and it became successful to reach the orbit. It took Kalam to the peak of success. He wanted to work in many projects after this, but those were rejected by the cabinet. In 1998, he did some successful research in atomic science. At that time, President Abdul Bihari Vajpayee wanted to give him his ministerial post, but Kalam rejected that. But in future, he was honored by becoming the 11th President of India. As a president, he was honored as well as criticized. He first advised to ban iftar party in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Later, when the reason became clear, it was that approximately 22 lakh rupees have been spent for the iftar party every year in Rashtrapati Bhavan. So he ordered the money should be spent for the welfare of orphanages to bought them food, dress and blankets. He also used to donate to orphanages from his own savings. In 2007, he left the presidency with honor. On 27 July 2015, during giving a speech in IIM Shillong on creating a livable planet Earth, he passed away due to massive cardiac arrest. According to reports, his last 2 words told to his assistant Srijan Pal Singh were, Funny guy, are you doing well? At last, a little request to you. If you find this video useful, then please share it with your friends, and by commenting below, please let us know on which